Sometime during your life, in fact very soon, you may find yourself reading a book. And in that book, oftentimes the first sentence will tell you immediately what type of story you're about to get into. For example, a book beginning with the sentence, Emily looked at the stack of blueberry pancakes her mother made her, and she said, Mum, I'm very nervous about going to the camp today. I wonder whether the Girl Scouts will like me. This sentence will probably tell you that the story is going to be about a bunch of giggly girls spending a jolly time at summer camp. However, unfortunately, our story begins with the sentence, the Baudelaires walked through the grimy finite forest to find themselves at the dreary Lucky Smells Lumbermill. And with that sentence alone, you know that this story is going to be deeply unpleasant. However, there is still time to turn off this video and watch something more pleasant instead. Klaus, I think we finished our walk through the grimy finite forest and are now arrived at Lucky Smells Lumbermill. I was wondering why there were a lot of logs here. I heard many interesting animals live here, like pink foxes. Pink foxes? Naki! I know, Sunny, I see the entrance to the Lucky Smells Lumbermill. We must be close. Violet? What happened to the town? The town looks completely destroyed. Like some of it was burned in a fire. It does look like that, Klaus. I wonder whether Mr. Poe will be worried about us being in a place like this. Nicky! I know, Sonny, he's been pretty useless so far, but I'm sure he must worry about us being in a place unsupervised. Yeah. I wonder what happened to this town. What is the town even called? The sign says the town is called Paltryville, so the Lucky Smells Lumbermill must be close by. Violet, do you see that? See what, Klaus? The building has eyes printed on it. That must be a coincidence, right? Yeah, it must be a coincidence. Count Olaf surely can't find us everywhere, right? Unfortunately, the Baudelaires were very wrong. Sure, it was a coincidence that the optometrist office run by Dr. Georgina Orwell had eyes painted on it, but this was proof that Count Olaf was not very far away. How about we just try to take our mind off it and go to the lumber mill? Good idea, Klaus. Klaus, there's a sign saying that trespassers in the mill will be put to work. Let's just pretend that we're on a school trip. I know Mr. Poe is not here with us, but I'm sure we could still make it into the building. Oh, hi there, children. Who are you? My name is Charles. I am Sir's assistant at the lumber mill. Well, welcome to the Lucky Smells Lumbermill, and... Wait, are you here on some sort of school trip? Yes, we are here on a school trip because we're school students, you know? Yes, I'm Violet Baudelaire, this is my brother Klaus, and this is my younger sister Sunny. Oh, you seem like such beautiful children, but... I don't want you to work in this lumber mill since it's very dangerous, you know? A lumber mill is not a suitable place for a child to work. Well, we shouldn't dilly-dally. Let me introduce you to my boss, Sir. Is the boss just called Sir? Yep. Sir, I just want to introduce 3 nice children to you. Okay. Children, call me Sir. I like being called that since I'm the boss. Well, I'm the boss of the Lucky Smells Lumbermill, and since I am the boss, you must do everything and anything that I say. Hi, sir. My name's Violet, this is Klaus, and this is Sunny. Huh, I've heard about you. Are you connected to the Baudelaires, perhaps? Yes, we are the Baudelaire children. Do you have a problem with that? I have more than a problem than that. Your parents burned down Paltryville. No, our parents couldn't have burned down the town. They're good people. And besides, they died in a fire. Feels kind of sad about it. I hope you do feel sad about it, because your parents committed many heinous crimes on this town that I will never forget for as long as I live. Your parents were an awful bunch. No, they weren't. They were good people. And how can you prove that? I can't really. They just wanted us to be good people. Exactly. Your parents were up to no good, and your children are completely oblivious to it. Is that right, Charles? Well, I beg to differ. Charles, do not interrupt me. Okay. Sir, how about the Baudelaires, live with us at the lumber mill? Nonsense. The children should work at the lumber mill. It's very rare that children find jobs at all, and it will build them some discipline and some strength. But, sir, children working at a lumber mill is very unsafe. Don't question me, Charles. You are my partner, not the boss. Okay, do you mind if I make you some coffee, perhaps? That would be excellent, Charles. Okay, see you later, Baudelaires. Charles can't stand up to Sir. That's horrible. Sir, we can't work at the lumber mill. We're too young. Nonsense. Work at the lumber mill, and I may be able to give you some pocket money, I don't know, so you can get into, like, I don't know, somewhere decent with a decent home and a decent guardian. Come on, guys. Sir's gonna be no help for us. Is this where we're going to stay? It's so dark in here, I don't like it. And there's no even actual windows. These are all just paintings that look like windows. Yeah. I know, Sunny, this place has been pretty bad, but I feel like this is the only place we really have, you know? Violet's right. I know this place is awful, but we have to stay here for the time being. Hey, did you hear that the Baudelaire children are now working at the Lucky Smells Lumbermill? I heard their parents burned down the town. They all believe that our parents burnt down Paltryville. I just don't think it's real. Don't worry, Klaus. We'll clear our parents' names eventually. For now, we'll just have to work at this place. Well, good news, children. I don't believe that your parents burned down the town. Who are you? My name's Phil. I work at the lumber mill. As you can see, I'm kind of happy about working here. Sure, the sleeping quarters is dark and there is so many dangerous machinery, but look on the bright side. You'll be able to work and spend time with me. I'll be a good friend to you, don't worry. So, Phil, you don't believe that our parents burnt down Paltryville? Absolutely not. I was friends with your parents for a while. I know for certain that they would never do anything as bad as burn down a town. You can become good friends with me, Baudelaires. So, where are your parents now? They died. They died in a fire that destroyed our entire home. I'm so sad to hear that, children. Well, look on the bright side. Your parents would have wanted you to grow up to become amazing people. In fact, my parents were athletes, you know that? Athletic athletes. And look at me. I work at a lumber mill for a living. That's nice, Phil, but are you sure this place is really going to be that dangerous? It won't be dangerous all that much. You'll get used to it eventually. When the Baudelaires met Phil for the first time, it was very clear that Phil was an optimist. An optimist is a word which here means someone who always looks positively on certain situations, even when they are extremely dire. Phil is an optimist in the fact that he tried to look on the bright side, even though Lucky Smells Lumbermill was a highly unsafe place with many, many health code violations. For example, an optimist who lost his hand to an alligator would probably say, "Oh, at least people will only see me as right-handed now," whereas a normal person who had their arm chewed off by an alligator would be like, "Ah, help me, help me!" So while Phil was very kind to the Baudelaire children, it wasn't enough to be an optimist in this cruel and dastardly world. Now, children, I suppose it's time to go to sleep and do a good day's work tomorrow. Thanks, Phil. Dr. Georgina Orwell, a face I've never met for quite some time. Well, sir, you were in a relationship with her once, but then you broke up. But that's because she didn't agree with my ideals. Perhaps if I came back running to her, she'd probably want to give me a job. Count Olaf, what do you think you're what are you doing here? Dr. Georgina Orwell, I wanted to come back to you for quite some time. I lost all contact with you. And besides, I heard that you're not a great person, and, frankly, I have my own things to do, so I don't need you barging in on my optometrist studies. Wait, Dr. Orwell. What? How about I become a nice assistant to you? You mean a receptionist? Yes, a nice receptionist that has nothing to do with Count Olaf, an evil man who wants to steal the Baudelaire fortune and get rid of the children. Oh, you don't say. Well, I will let you become my receptionist. On one condition. What condition will that be? That you help me find those orphans. As many of us know, morning can be an especially important time of day. For example, something that happens to you in the morning could outline the type of day that you're about to have. For example, if you woke up in the morning and were served a stack of fresh blueberry pancakes and a nice smoothie, that might indicate that your morning will turn out beautiful. However, if you were woken up in a lumbermill sleeping chamber and you were woken up to the noise of 2 metal pots banging together, your day probably won't end out too well. Bang, 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 wake up! Wake up, you lousy maggots, get up! Oh my god, that must be the alarm going off. It's so loud. Does he really have to bang those pots so aggressively? I'm sorry, but this new foreman Flacquatono, is a bit aggressive when waking us up, but you'll get used to him. Look on the bright side, children. Bang, 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 wake up! You're 5 seconds late to work. I already hate this guy. Me too, Violet. Look on the bright side, children. First impressions may not always be right. Well, Baudelaires, get ready for a great day of work. And even if you get yourself a little bit hurt, don't worry. At least then you'll be able to take a break. So there's always bright side to everything, children. I know Phil is trying to make us feel better, but I don't think there's anything positive about this situation. There's absolutely no positive situation about this, Violet. Look at how dangerous that machine is. Look, that buzzsaw is left exposed for people to walk straight into. And why are the debarkers placed in a sharp machine? Lato! I know, Sunny, this place is very dangerous, but... Sunny, do you think you could debark the trees for us? Nah. Sunny! I told you Sunny would be great at debarking trees. Yep, but we'll probably need the debarkers since we're not so good at that. Yeah, I know. The debarkers are right over there, children. Take your time. A break will be happening shortly. Klaus, this is hard work. I feel my hands aching, Violet. I'm not used to using this machinery. That's as much as I can do. I cannot take any more of that work. Yeah, you have a break time of about 5 minutes. Get your stuff in, get lunch, and get coupons. And get back to work afterwards. Okay, I love lunch. Let's see what's on the menu. Gum? Gum is on the menu? Gum's not even a snack. Yes, it is. It's good for chewing and taking your mind off, doing hard and intense work. Yuck! I know, Sunny, I would not eat gum for lunch. Oh, and by the way, we're not paid in money. We're paid in coupons. Coupons? Yep, we aren't paid real money here, but look on the bright side. At least the coupons will be able to get you to nice places. But you should be given much higher wages than that. How come you guys are able to work in this horrible place? I know this place isn't the best, but it's the only life we have. No, it's not. You could easily just leave this place. I probably wouldn't do that if I were you, children. Bang, 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 back to work, back to work. Do not make me ask this again. Back to work already? That hasn't even been 5 minutes. He always lies about the time, children, but at least we have more physical work to do. This is awful, Violet. The physical work is so hard, and we have to eat gum, and we're forced to pay in coupons. This is awful. We need to clear our parents' names and get out of this place. Hello, Baudelaire. How are you doing at your job? Charles, it's absolutely awful here. The labor is so hard. We're supposed to eat gum for lunch, and Sir pays his workers in coupons. I know, Charles is not the best boss, but I'm aware that he had a very terrible childhood. We're having a very terrible childhood right now. I know, children. It's very tough when you lose your parents and are forced to work in a hard-working lumber mill, but unfortunately that's the way things go. Do you believe that our parents set the fire to Paltryville? I don't think so, children. You may be able to find a book in Sir's library about that. Well, I'll get you a peach shortly after this, so come back to me whenever you feel like it. I know Charles is trying to help us, but it's really not help. We're still in this awful situation, Violet. I know, Klaus. Don't worry. As soon as I clear our parents' names, we can get out of this place. I don't think you'll be doing that anytime soon. Get back to work. We'll get back to work soon. Ah! Klaus! Ow! My glasses are broken. They are, Klaus. Huh. Teach the little punk a lesson. Get back to work, or I'll have to throw you out a window. Like Aunt Josephine? Violet, my glasses are broken. What am I gonna do? Oh my god, poor boy, your glasses are absolutely broken. No worries, I can send you to the local optometrist. She lives here just by Lucky Smells Lumbermill in Paltryville. It's one of the only buildings that were not destroyed in the fire. Wait, what's this optometrist? The optometrist is called Dr. Georgina Orwell. Don't worry, Klaus will get fixed as soon as possible. Come on, Klaus, I'll take you to Dr. Orwell and she will sort out your glasses. Bye, guys. Bye, Klaus. Nanny. Oh, Phil, I'm kind of anxious. What if the optometrist isn't nice? Don't worry, Klaus. Doctors are supposed to be your friends. Dr. Georgina Orwell will not hurt you in the slightest. Unfortunately, what Phil said is very untrue. Just because doctors help you get well doesn't mean that a doctor is your friend. Much like how a postman may not necessarily be your friend, or how a refrigerator repairsman would not be your friend either. Just because they help you do things does not mean they're friendly. When will she come out? Hello. My name is Dr. Georgina Orwell. I am an expert in optometrist studies, and I hear that I have a new patient. Yes, my name is Klaus Baudelaire. Well, Klaus, I heard that your glasses got wrecked in a horrible accident at work today. How about I send you to my office, and I'll be able to fix you right up. See you later, Klaus. Now, Klaus, wouldn't you like to sit down? Okay. Don't worry, Klaus, this eye exam will not take very long whatsoever. Well, have you heard about the Paltryville fire? Yes, I have. Did our parents start it? I don't think so. At least, I knew your parents. Back when we were in a secret organization. A secret organization? Could you please tell me more about this? No, Klaus. Okay, Klaus, look at the screen and tell me what you see. An E or an A? An A. What do you see? A fire or an accident? What? What? Tell me what you see, Klaus. A fire. Do you see lachrymose leeches or an uncle getting bitten by a snake? Are these things that don't correct it, Klaus? Look at the screen and tell me what you see. Yes, dear boy. Tell me what you see. Okay, Sunny, I found this book from Charles Sir's library called The History of Paltryville. How about we read it? The Paltryville fire. The Paltryville fire was... Wait, the rest of it's blank. Nanny. Sir probably erased it to ensure that the Baudelaire parents came off as guilty for starting the fire. Don't worry, Violet and Sunny. Klaus will be coming back shortly. Dr. Orwell will not harm him. Now, it's probably time that you two get to bed. Good night, Phil. I really wish Charles and Phil were more helpful to us. Klaus! I cannot believe it. We were worried about you. How was it like in Dr. Orwell's? Fine, I suppose. Oh, that's great, Klaus. Did you learn about our parents and how they didn't start the fire? No. So, I'm just so glad that you're safe, Klaus. How about we try get to bed now? Yes, sir. Wait, what do you mean, sir, Klaus? I'm your sister. Yes, sir. Something's not right with Klaus. He would never call me sir. I know, Sonny. By the looks of it, our brother came back, but I don't really think he really came back. He's not acting himself. Klaus, do you mind if you take your shoes off before going to bed? Yes, sir. Klaus, it's getting very late. Yes, sir. Something's wrong with Klaus, I just know it. I have to help Klaus and clear our parents' names. Wake up! Wake up, you ungrateful maggots, it's time for work! Yes, sir! Wait, Klaus! Nanny! Yeah, hey, Lucky, catch the baby. Yes, sir! Klaus, where are you taking Sunny? Lucky, start throwing those wood planks into the shredder. Yes, sir. Klaus, what are you doing? Don't bother me, sir. I need to do this. Klaus, I'm not sir. Lucky, keep throwing the wood planks into the shredder and ignore this woman. Yes, sir. Klaus, you're upsetting Sunny. You're freaking us out. Lucky, keep doing what you're told. Yes, sir. Oh my god, what is this racket of noise? It's definitely an inordinate amount of noise here. Wait, where am I? Why am I not even wearing socks? Klaus, you're back. Why am I holding Sunny next to a shredder? Klaus, you've been acting strangely last night. Do you know what happened in Dr. Orwell's office? Violet, I'll tell you. I saw this woman. She's in a pink dress next to Dr. Orwell. I was in her eye exam room. She must have you under, like, I don't know, something. Well, get back to work, children. I do not pay you coupons for nothing. Well, you make us eat gum, too. Do not insult the boss. Get back to work as soon as possible. Now, you're expected to go see Dr. Orwell again. But why? My glasses are perfectly fixed. She gave me new ones. Just go back. Klaus, I don't think we should go back to that building with you. It sounds dangerous. But Violet, maybe if we examined Dr. Orwell's office, we might find out clues about our parents and how they didn't start the fire. I suppose you're right, Klaus. Here we are, Dr. Orwell's office. I just knew that place seemed suspicious. As soon as it had the eyes on the wall that looks like the tattoo of Count Olaf's ankle, I knew this place sounded suspicious. Night. I don't feel safe in going back in. That's why we're here, Klaus. We have to go in to figure out what happened to our parents. Well, Klaus, it looks like you're back for another eye exam. Well, thankfully, my new receptionist, Shirley, should help you. Hello, everyone. My name's Shirley. I am Dr. Orwell's new assistant. You're not Shirley. Wait, what are you talking about? I see a very clear Adam's apple on your throat, which must mean that you're a man disguising as a woman. What are you talking about? I am Shirley St. Ives. It says so on my ID card. ID cards don't prove anything. Knack! I know. You mean Shirley Count Olaf. Isn't it kind of a coincidence that you're wearing a dress to hide the tattoo on your ankle? What are you talking about? My name's Shirley and I work for Dr. Orwell, and I love treating patients. It's so nice and gentle and very weird. I heard his voice change into a man's voice. He's clearly Count Olaf in disguise. I know, Klaus, but who's gonna believe us? We shouldn't call Mr. Poe, since the last couple of times we tried to tell him that Count Olaf was in disguise, he didn't believe us. Now, Klaus, how about you come back into the eye exam room and we can check up on your glasses? Klaus, don't go with them, it's a trap. Yeah, don't listen to your sisters, Klaus. Ha! Klaus! Don't worry, Violet. We'll treat your brother very, very carefully. Ha 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 ha! Klaus! I know, Sunny. Klaus is gone and Dr. Orwell and Shirley are going to do something so bad to him. We need to set him free and find out about our parents. Well, Violet and Sunny, your brother is back. You don't mean that literally. You've done something to our brother, and I just know it. I just can't prove it. There's no need to prove anything, little girl. Klaus is much better this way. You know, with his new glasses and his new intelligence and love for books. You've done something bad to Klaus, isn't that right, Klaus? No, sir. He's back to this again. You've done something to him and I just know it. Well, Lucky, how about you return back to the lumber mill? Yes, sir. Sonny, we have to find out what's going on. Count Olaf, you're not going to get away with this. For the last time, my receptionist Shirley is not Count Olaf. I am not that horrible man who tried to steal your fortune. Now, if you need to return to our office building, just come to us. We are never coming to you again. Klaus, what are you doing? Doing the stamping machine, sir. Lucky, stamp the machine again. Wow, isn't that impressive? Your brother is doing the stamping on the wood planks. Phil, this is dangerous. Something is wrong with our brother, and it's something to do with Dr. Orwell. You mean Dr. Orwell, the doctor that I sent Klaus to? Well, she seems innocent enough. I don't see how she would do anything wrong to Klaus. Klaus has been acting strangely ever since he stepped foot into that building. And he's calling us sir. And he agrees to a word called lucky. Well, lucky must mean a good thing. And besides, it's not all the time that someone's lucky. Phil, this is very bad, though. Luckies, make the machine go faster. Yes, sir. Klaus, stop the machine. Why isn't he listening to us? Well, he probably wants to do something that's a little more... Phil! Stop the machine, Lucky. Yes, sir. Come down, Lucky. Yes, sir. Oh my God, what is all the noise? My leg completely came off. My leg came off. Phil, you need a hopsital. Don't worry, the doctors will treat me fairly there. You kids behave in this beautiful lumber mill while I'm gone. It was great knowing ya. Phil. Klaus, you hurt Phil. No, I didn't, sir. I just did my job. Yes, Lucky over here just did his job. Now you girls stop getting in his way. Something's wrong with Klaus and I know it. Well, you children better stop making such an inordinate amount of words. Wait, Where am I? Wait, where's Phil? Phil's been dragged off the hospital, Klaus. Because of you. You caused him to get his feet stuck with the sampler. I didn't mean to hurt him with that machine. What's happening? I just feel all drowsy. Something's happened to you, Klaus, and it always happens whenever you step inside Dr. Orwell's office. Maybe we need to read up on it or something. Well, too late, orphans. Your break, well, too late, orphans. You have to continue working. It's not your break yet. Get back to work. We can't listen to him, Klaus. We have to find out what's going on with you. Well, children, I heard that you're not doing so well at the lumber mill. You caused Phil to get into an accident involving his legs, and a baby was nearly thrown into a shredder. Charles, it's not our fault. Something's happening to me, according to Violet. Yes, it always happens when Klaus goes to Dr. Orwell's office. She must be doing something to him. Klaus would never mean to hurt someone. Well, Sir would want to say something to you. Really? Not good, children. I heard about what happened with Phil, and I'm warning you, if you cause another accident at this lumber mill, I must give you to a lovely woman named Shirley. I met her just yesterday. She's a very fine woman. So, if you don't behave yourselves, I'll be dropping her into your care. She wants 3 children specifically, an inventive teen, a bookwormish middle child, and a toddler that bites things. Sir, that's Count Olaf in disguise. He's trying to steal our fortune and send us away. Don't give me any of that crap. You children better behave yourselves here, otherwise you will be kicked out of this lumber mill. Don't you understand? Yes, sir. Good. Now I better go off and smoke in my cigar. Violet, I found this book by Dr. Orwell. It's called Hypnotica Encyclopedia. Klaus, maybe if we read that book, we may figure out what's wrong with you. She wrote it. Look, it says here, hypnosis is an act of putting someone under a charm in which they will obey your every command. Wait, Klaus, the foreman Flaquatono was saying lucky to you all the time. And I always listened to him, right? Absolutely. It says here, the hypnosis comes up with a keyword that causes the person to do the action they want them to partake in. So lucky must be the key word that makes you hypnotized. Absolutely. And it says here, there's also another word that the hypnotist comes up that will unhypnotize someone. But what will that be? I'm not sure. All we know is that lucky is the key word that's hypnotizing me, and I think Dr. Orwell's behind all this. Well, if Count Olaf is her receptionist, she's definitely behind all this. Nang! Hello, Klaus. Back for another appointment? No, I believe Charles is here for an appointment, but, do you mind if we just go around your office? I wouldn't mind at all. Just don't really find out about anything. Come on, Violet. Maybe if we search Dr. Orwell's office, we might be able to find some clues about who caused the fire and, how to break me out of my hypnosis. Good idea, Klaus. Violet, do you see that? What is it? It looks like Charles is being hypnotized by Dr. Orwell. Now, Charles, aren't you such a lucky man? Yes, I am, sir. Good job. Well, it looks like we have another patient sorted, Dr. Orwell. I cannot believe that I'm getting this close to the Baudelaire fortune. Well, Count Olaf, did you know what I did at the Poultryville fire? I burnt it down, but I hypnotized everyone in Poultryville to believe that the Baudelaire parents did it. She did what? She lied. She must have hypnotized Sir into writing that book about the history of Poultryville and fooled everyone into believing that the Baudelaire parents did it. But our parents wouldn't have done such a thing. I knew that this place was suspicious, and I knew that people were acting shifty. I know, Violet. She tricked everyone into believing that our parents caused the fire, even though they didn't. I fooled absolutely everyone. Isn't it great when you hypnotize every single person in a lousy town, and you're able to make them fall right into your trap, like flies falling into a vat of honey? Absolutely brilliant, Dr. Orwell. I loved how you were able to cause all those people to fall right into your hands. Ha 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 ha! She fooled everyone. We have to prove that our parents didn't cause the fire. Dr. Orwell did. Did you hear that? It's probably nothing. Let's go back to hypnotizing our patient now. Lucky, how about you go back to the lumber mill and talk with Sir? Yes, sir. This is awful. She's hypnotizing everyone into going against us, and causing us to land in the care of Count Olaf. Klaus, remember what Sir said? If we cause another accident at the lumber mill, we'll end up in Shirley's care. We have to do something. That night, after the Baudelaires went to sleep, something bad would happen at the Lucky Smells Lumbermill, and it does not involve the deaths of the Baudelaire orphans. Lucky, come over here. Yes, sir. Klaus, where are you? Nan! Klaus must be going back to the lumber mill. We have to hurry. Go on, Lucky. Push the saw forward. Yes, sir. I'm so lucky, I'm so lucky, I'm so lucky. What's going on? Charles! You arrived too late, little girl. By the looks of it, your brother is going to cause Charles' end in the lumber mill. And once Charles dies in a terrible accident, you will be placed in my care, just like Sir said. We are never going to end up in your care. Let Charles go. We will never do such a thing. Knocking! Don't get angry at me, little baby. After all, you may be next to be tied up with Charles. Who knows? Let him go. We will never do such a thing, because, let me tell you this. I will take care of you once this accident happens at the Lucky Smells Lumbermill, and I will be unstoppable beyond belief as soon as I have your Baudelaire fortune. Ha 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 ha! Lucky, make the saw go quicker. Yes, sir. Klaus, don't do it. I'm so sorry, Violet. Klaus will not be saved. Klaus, I love you such in an inordinate amount. I love you too, Violet. Klaus! Wait. If that got unhypnotized, inordinate is the key word. How did that girl learn about inordinate being the word to snap Klaus out of hypnosis? Who knows? By the way, these children are very intelligent. One of them's a bookworm. Lucky, push the saw forward. Yes, sir. What's going on? Charles! Inordinate must break Charles out of hypnosis too. Inordinate, Klaus, inordinate. Thank you. Lucky, push the saw forward. Yes, sir. Help! Help! Push it more forward, Lucky. Klaus, inordinate. This girl is messing with our plans. By the looks of it, she is. We have to stop her. Lucky, do not listen to your sisters. Foreman Flaquitono? Well, boss, we have the boy under control, hypnotized, and we're gonna cause the biggest accident the lumber mill has ever seen. Absolutely, the hench person who doesn't know whether they're a man or a woman. Well, Lucky, keep pushing the saw forward. Yes, sir. Help me! Charles is fully out of his hypnosis, but Klaus isn't. Klaus, inordinate! Thanks, Violet. No, this cannot be happening. The saw is still going. How are we going to save I stopped the saw, Violet. Nanny. Klaus, you're back. Dr. Orwell, why were you trying to make me kill Charles? Because we were trying to cause the biggest accident the lumber mill has ever seen, so we can land you guys in the care of Shirley over here. But Shirley's Count Olaf. We know you're up to no good. Oh, I'm very sorry, little boy, that Charles nearly died at your hands. But there will still be an accident at the Lucky Smells Lumbermill. What Count Olaf was saying was right. There was indeed going to be an accident at the Lucky Smells Lumbermill. You awful baby! Sunny is saying let go of our brother. I will not let go of him, because we need the fortune, and I need to get back at your horrible parents. We all know that you're the one who caused the fire. We overheard you. You know that eavesdropping is a very bad thing to do, little girl. It is very bad unless we're trying to figure out about your evil plan. You hypnotized all the people in the town into believing that our parents did it when really you did it. My authority is stronger than yours. Can you get this baby off me? Come on, Sir Charles. Thank you, Klaus. I cannot thank you more. Get this baby off me! Shirley, do something! You know what? Working with you has been very tiresome, Dr. Orwell. I figured that your hypnosis schemes and all of this crazy stuff is not for me. Break up with me if you want, but I will still get the Baudelaire fortune. Did Dr. Orwell... Not good, children. Not good. I heard that just last night and early into the morning that Dr. Orwell ran into the path of a blazing buzzsaw and Charles was strapped to a log. It wasn't our fault. Dr. Orwell's hypnotizing Klaus in order to kill Charles. And make us cause so many accidents that we'd be kicked out of the lumber mill and forced to stay with Shirley. Shirley is Count Olaf. As if I'm gonna believe that. Well, children, I did not expect you to see you in a lumber mill of all places with dangerous machinery and a rather questionable boss that smokes. Mr. Poe, you have to take us out of here, and Shirley really is Count Olaf. Klaus was under hypnosis. All because of Dr. Orwell. This sounds like another tall tale, Baudelaire. I find this very hard to believe. You have to believe us, Mr. Poe. Shirley really is Count Olaf. We can prove it. What exactly can you prove? I am just an ordinary woman who used to work for Dr. Orwell until she died in a terrible accident. Sirs has every right to kick the Baudelaires out of the lumber mill for causing so much trouble. We were not the ones who caused the trouble, it was you. Prove it. Show us your ankle. Do it, if the children are concerned. There it is. There's the tattoo. I cannot believe it. Baudelaire, you were right. This woman really is Count Olaf. Well, I really am. I was trying to get Klaus Baudelaire to make all those accidents so that he could land in my care, and I can take care of the Baudelaire fortune. Well, Count Olaf, I will not let you get away with this for the 4th time now. So the Baudelaires will be coming with me, and you'll be going to prison once and for all. Well, the one thing you don't know is that Foreman Flacquatono really was one of my henchmen. Really? Wait, wasn't he the person who looked like neither a man nor a woman? Absolutely, Klaus. He must have been working with Count Olaf. No wonder he was so aggressive. Now, if you excuse us, we have to make a quick run. We still have many other places to get to. Mr. Poe, we have to get them. Yes, we must call the authorities. I cannot believe that you children got involved in hypnosis and Count Olaf wearing a dress. It looks like he got away again, Klaus. Oh, I just don't see what we're gonna do now, Violet. Well, at least we were able to get you out of hypnosis using the word inordinate. And thankfully Sunny didn't die at the hands of Dr. Orwell. 9. Well, it's not good for you children, since you're still kicked out of the slumber mill anyways. Good, we didn't even want to work at the slumber mill. Yeah. I'm very sorry, Baudelaire, that you got caught up in all that. Well, I've decided that I don't really want to be partners with Sir anymore. He was very aggressive towards me, and I wasn't able to make my own say in the world. I'm very thankful that I didn't kill you, Charles. I'm very sorry that Dr. Orwell put me under hypnosis. I know, but sometimes mysterious things happen in life, children. I really hope things get better for you, wherever you go. Bye for now. Oh, Phil, is that you? Yes, it is, Baudelaire's. Well, my legs are still kind of broken, but look on the bright side. At least I will be able to get out of this horrible building, and I'll be able to get a good, nice break somewhere in Winnipeg. See you later, Baudelaire's, and always look on the bright side. I suppose Phil's right. Maybe we should kind of be hopeful of the future. But Count Olaf, we still haven't captured Count Olaf, and I nearly caused several accidents at a lumber mill, Violet. I know, Klaus, but maybe things might get better. Well, children, you've been through a lot of very unlucky encounters, and unfortunately I have been unable to find a guardian for you, so for the meantime you'll have to spend time in boarding school. Boarding school? Yes, the school is called Prufrock Preparatory School. Now, you have missed some of the semester, so you must try your best to catch up on some work. And in a minute, you'll be meeting Vice Principal Nero, the person who runs this school. I hope you have fun, and I hope you make friends, and I hope this is a fresh start for your future. I really hope this is a fresh start to our future, Mr. Poe. See you soon, Baudelaire. Prufrock Preparatory School. It must be better than Lucky Smells Lumbermill. There doesn't seem to be any hypnosis here. I know, Sunny. This may be an opportunity for our lives to change. Maybe. You know we lost our parents, Duncan. Isadora, maybe we might be able to make friends here. Who knows? Maybe Prufrock Prep might be a great start. What do you mean, a great start? We are forced to live in an orphan's shack. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. How's you going with your poetry? Great. We lost our parents in a fire, and our brother. I know. We've lost so much stuff, but hey, at least we may be able to start anew. And so it was. The Baudelaire children were about to start a new semester at Prufrock Preparatory School. But before you think that the Baudelaires are going to do very well in school, don't believe that. In school, the Baudelaires are going to face another miserable episode in their already unlucky lives. And the two triplets, something even worse will happen to them.